Hello everybody, Shadow SP here, and I am coming back to Granblue Fantasy. Alright, so we are getting ready to do the Proto Bahamut raid, but I figure, as a little bit of a benchmark, before I do that, there is another quest that we can clear to see how well our light team is performing without any further improvements. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. Should be over here. We're going to take on Dark Angel Olivia. Alright. You have to find an appropriate summon. This will do. As usual, the rules of the account more or less state that we don't use the auto cast Lucifers because they're very, very, very powerful. All right, so we've got our setup here. I've got the grid on screen now, and our team setup is pretty self-explanatory, I'd say. Pecarine's going to be used for defensive purposes, whereas everybody else is just kind of high stats. Yeah, this is probably good enough. Yeah, alright. I think we swap off Limit Burst, because that's pretty low. It's high impact on turn 1, but it's pretty low impact over the course of the fight. I don't remember if this fight has anything, so let's bring Clarity. If we need the Clarity, it'll be helpful, and if not... Actually, we have 2 debuff immunities, so we probably don't need it. In that case... go Rage, and we'll replace Miserable Mist because, right, if I'm remembering correctly, yeah, we got a 2-sided attack defense down here. It's a lower magnitude, but we can get better defense down if we use Armor Break. Something like that. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, so should be fine. Alright. Alright, get our debuff, or get our buffs on. Go ahead and use this, which is mission skill. And we move to apply debuffs. We'll go ahead and use Ecliptica because it's going to use a special move on turn 1, so that should refresh it immediately. And that consumed our debuff immunity, so we put another one up. Okay, we're doing just fine for now. Okay, we go ahead and use Ecliptica. Because it'll refresh it again. think this time we used Pekarine's sub all because Pekarine has a big shield remaining and a lot of HP. So we want to get that. We want to get some use out of it. Okay. I think we go ahead and delay the charge attack so we can get a chain burst out of it. Go ahead and use Rage to get the attack up. Alright. And do one of these. I think we're good to just do the charge attack here. Yeah. We all have full HP, so using one of the healing summons doesn't really accomplish anything. Okay. Well, that is a thing that can happen with Charm, and it is a very, very nice one when your Charm just makes it so you take no damage on a enemy special attack turn. It's pretty nice. Alright, so we can go ahead and put buffs back on. Yeah, just attack here. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and summon Poseidon. Get those buffs rolling. Alright, so now Sandalphon has applied both stacks of his Belivore debuff. So he's going to do a lot better charge attack damage. Which is pretty nice. Okay. I think we just use Rage here and just attack. Okay, I think because... yeah, we'll go ahead and summon Sandalphon. We took a little bit of damage, so we might as well heal up. And you can see this hidden effect on Sandalphon takes effect. 30% damage cut, dark damage cut, which is pretty strong. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use Ecliptica. We're gonna go ahead and use Pekarine's Sub-All. And use her dark defense, dark damage lowered skill. And we're gonna go ahead and charge attack. Okay, go ahead and apply debuff immunity. And we're gonna go ahead and charge attack. We're gonna use Ecliptica. Then charge attack. Yeah, because we're gonna hit this trigger here. With that trigger, we want to get the refresh on Ecliptica. Okay, now we have the free spot to summon Sisu. We'll go ahead and get our augments and tactical shield back up. Nuke, because it's become obvious that we don't really need Pygarion's skill nuke for healing. At least not in this fight. Okay. Go ahead and use Rage just to get everything up and running, and we'll go ahead and charge attack here. Okay. We are making progress, I'll say. Okay. Yeah, so we're just kind of alternating chain bursts here. We really want to make sure that the captain uses charge attack whenever possible, because the True Purity Sunblade, which is the main hand weapon we got, it gives uplift whenever we hit. It's like I believe it's like a 2.5 turn uplift. So basically, we get free charge that free charge bar 10% every turn while this is up for 3 turns, including the turn where we charge attack with the main character. In addition, we get this blind effect, which makes us take a lot less damage, because you know sometimes misses happen, and those are really convenient. And I will say that Relic Buster does synergize really well with the True Purity Sunblade, because it's got a really high multi-attack rate with the augments engaged. Go ahead and do this. Use Ecliptica, get that reset. Okay, doing okay here. We go ahead and summon Lucifer. It's become obvious that we don't need it for the actual, how do you call it? The healing effect, because we're not taking any damage. Okay, I think we'll just charge attack with Sandalphon here. Just to feed some meter to everybody else. We're gonna go ahead and get our stuff back on. We'll go ahead and attack. Okay. So we'll get our buffs online. Buffs are pretty convenient. I think we're good to just go here. We haven't. Our damage isn't high enough that we'll hit that. We should hit that trigger on this turn. I'm trying to practice here, right? Where because we have Bellringer Angel, which is a summon that exists for a very specific purpose. And I want to try to hit the 10% trigger with when on the turn of Bellringer gets summoned. Okay, we still have the Lucifer buff on, so it's good to go. Next turn we should summon Bellringer Angel. So Bellringer Angel is a pretty interesting summon. It gives a how do you call it? So it gives a 1200 point shield. It gives Ward, which is a special effect that will refresh a summon that is on that's on cooldown when it's broken. It also gives a next damage received will be ineffective, so it gives a unchallenged, which means that one damaged instance is just completely ignored. It does no damage. Ow. Alright. So do the thing, and yeah, it's incredibly obvious that we're just gonna clear this here, but again, this is a practice fight. We're seeing how the team functions. I think Sandalphon should be in position 2. Maybe. It's hard to say. That's the hardest thing to actually make a judgment on, is what position to put your teammates in. Okay, that was not so bad. Okay, so obviously when we talk about these quests in this series, we have to talk about why these quests in this series, right? So, why Dark Angel Olivia? Well, the biggest reason is the anima and the urns, the normal drops. It does have a weapon drop, the Ancient Cortana. Ancient Cortana is an okay weapon, but it's not a good weapon. If you need a Dark Dagger, it is a Dark Dagger. Its charge attack is nothing special. It does have Tyranny and Trium, which means you're going to have a good amount of multi-attack if you put this in your grid, but you're going to suffer in terms of HP. And the Trium skill, it doesn't really warrant the inclusion of a Tyranny weapon over, say, like a normal Might weapon. Because the HP loss is actually really significant, especially at this stage where we're at in the game right now. Do I have one of these just hanging around somewhere? Yeah, I do. So, as we can see with the debuff removal on the MC for the charge attack, it's not really anything special. And again, Tyranny is fine. It's not a great skill. The HP loss is going to hurt if you don't have massive amounts of HP otherwise. That's what but I'll always say this weapon is okay to have. And at the stage in the grid where we're at, right, if we're looking at our dark grid, like replacing one of these might weapons with that weapon specifically, it's not bad. It will function. It's just you'll lose a lot of HP. Alright then. So that does about cover it. So next up, I'm going to be attempting Proto Bahamut. We'll see how that goes. Alright. Well, I hope that I'll see you there. So take care, everybody. This has been Shadow SB, signing off.